كل نفس ذائقة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear brothers and sisters. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Inna Allah la yaqbalu min al-amali illa ma kana khalisa, illa ma kana lahu khalisan." That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not accept any action unless it is done purely for Him, and that it is done for His face subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we should remember our actions, our sincerity of deeds, and at the same time as well, we should also beware and be very careful of doing things which you within yourself you think are good. Because at this vulnerable state, at this weak state, you may find yourselves, and for sure you have seen others do things which you think, why are they doing that, and where's that coming from? So at times of difficulty you need to be aware, at times of vulnerability you need to be aware that you don't fall in, you don't do wrong things which will displease Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which is why, especially around death, funerals, anything to do with that, bid'ah is so rife. There's so much bid'ah, innovations into the deen around these areas, because people want to do things maybe with some husnul niyyah, maybe with some good intention. But of course good intention doesn't correct or rectify what is wrong, the action. If I've got a good intention, if that action is not sanctioned by Allah Azza wa Jalla and His Messenger alayhi salam, then I don't do it. The fact I've got a good intention is irrelevant. They have to go hand in hand. You have to have a good action, a correct, sanctioned action, and then of course you need a good intention. It's not about me having good intentions and then me making up any action that I like. It doesn't work like this. And realize as well the human side, the weak side, the ignorant side of why people are doing these things. You may know the sunnah, you know what you should be doing. However, you may be around people who don't know, and then they may start doing things or saying things which you know are contrary to our deen. So therefore then you say to them, without any emotion, this is bid'ah, and every bid'ah is a dalala, and every dalala is in the nar. It's a misguidance, and every misguidance will take you to the fire. Yes, it's true, of course, the Prophet ﷺ told us that. But the manner it is taught, that you're educating that person is very important. And we'll mention some examples later, that how the Prophet ﷺ, how he would deal with companions. That how the Prophet ﷺ, how he would interact with the companions, and how we can understand and really see why was he khayru khalqillah, why was he the best person that ever existed, why was he the best man, why was he the best of the anbiya, why? Because he, the way he would speak with people, the way he would interact with them, the words that he said to them, he the spur of a moment, a situation came to him, he just said those words, and the words were just situation changing completely. That the person who has just lost maybe a son, for example, we'll mention the hadith a little later, he lost his son, just in a few seconds a word was said to him, and you can feel and you can sense that the situation was changed 180 degrees, and that the person had a completely different view of how to experience the loss of a son, just in one sentence. And it is these kind of events, these type of hadith that we should be pondering over, so that we can really have an understanding and feeling of what it means to follow the sunnah, of course to follow the sunnah, but to understand it. Why am I doing it? To have a human side, to understand the human side of what it means to implement something in my life, my human life. This is also very important.
الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لنبوئنهم من الجنة غرفا